Welcome to our full body workout. This is a 7-exercise circuit that requires medium weights. We will be doing a front rack squat, a double arm snatch to a push press, single arm swings, a split squat with a halo. So I have both dumbbells and one kettlebell because I prefer my halos with a kettlebell, then a overhead march and a bridge. So I love full body workouts. They are a great foundation for any exercise program and any fitness journey. However, because we have very large muscles in our legs and small muscles in our upper body, it's not going to challenge our legs as effectively. So the reps that I'm giving you, please feel free to add more if you don't feel like your legs are being sufficiently challenged. I'm going to take you through a demonstration of all the exercises first so you can get a mind of what we're doing, and then we can go through it together. The first exercise is going to be a front rack squat. And what that means is the weights are going to be in front of your body, like so, off of your chest. And you are going to go down into that squat as deep as you are comfortable. Now, I have it scheduled as 10 reps. Feel free to go 12 to 15 if you want to challenge your legs more. Pause the video if you need to. Again, only sitting back as far as you feel comfortable. If knees go over toes, that is fine. You're working your patella tendon a little bit more, but you want to sit back like you're reaching for a chair. 10 reps. Holding on to those weights, we are going into a double weight snatch to push press. The goal is to swing the hips forward to drive the weight up with momentum. You want to catch them at a squat and drive straight up again into a push press, like this. Hips back, but not down. Back and catch. As you see, I don't wait for the weights to get to my shoulders. I meet the weights. So here, drive. From that position, we're going into the push press. So we're going to swing it up, keep those knees bent, and explode towards the ceiling again. This might be a little light for my legs. That's okay. Again, catching the weight in that squat, not forcing them up to us. A single arm kettlebell or dumbbell swing. You want to hike this back like you're hiking a football. There is not much arm movement involved except for the point that it's on your arm by your hand. And think of a toddler on a swing. They're not doing, the swing strings aren't doing the work. So the chain's not working. The momentum of the force, the bottom of the swing is doing all that work. So if you need to come down low, hike it back like a football, drive the hips forward. We're gonna do 10 reps, switch sides. If you're comfortable with a mid-air switch, awesome. That weight should be weightless. And as long as you continue at the same form, that's fine. If you're not comfortable, swing it back, touch it back down, switch hands. Dumbbell swings, which is a reciprocal row. Now, all that means is we're in this position, going up and down. I believe in the video I'm doing it, waiting for it. Either one is fine. Ideally, you want to keep it moving. Moving on to the halo. This one is a little bit heavier than those two. We're going to get a split stance, and you're going to do a halo, and you're going to chop, slowing it down harder. Chop 5 each direction, and then you will switch and do the other leg. This is more of a functional core workout. Last 2 exercises we'll have marching with our weights. Overhead, find that balance. We're gonna give her 20 reps, 10 each leg. And then the last exercise, we'll be down on the ground in a bridge, holding the weights at our chest. Hopefully this isn't being cut off in the video. Bridges, hips up, push those weights, march. You need to widen your arms a little bit to allow those legs to come through. Only downside about these dumbbells from Bowflex is that they're very, very long. All right, You can perform 3 to 8 rounds of this workout. Now that the demo is over, I'm gonna start a new video. We'll get right into that workout. All right, we are ready for that full body circuit now. Again, it's going to be 7 exercises through. I will be doing probably 12 reps of the leg exercises and 10 reps when it comes to the arm. Unless I specifically say for that split squat halo, it's 5 each direction. There are no breaks in between exercises, so let's get going. Right into that front rack squat. Weight should be just slightly in front of your chest. 10 reps. 1, 5, 8. All right, this is 10 if you're stopping at 10. If you're only doing a half rep, that still counts in my book. I'm perfectly fine with that. I'm going to do 2 more full. And then moving on to that double snatch. Right into it. Remember, we're catching it. And right into the push press. 10 of these. 1. 5 for me. It was not a race though. 8. 10. I'm doing 2 more if you want to join. 'Single arm swings. Get into that footballer's position in the center and hike it back. Just 10. Feel free to go up to 15. 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch it up. 5. I'm going to do 5 more on each side to give you guys time in case you did that transition. Swings are great for the core, great for the glutes, great for your cardio. Great job. Slowly lower that, pulling one up, other one. Here, cut each arm. This is 8 each arm for me. And yes, I'm breathing heavy. I need to get my microphone set out. All right. If you're switching to the kettlebell, awesome. If not, when you're using the dumbbells, make sure you're just giving yourself enough clearance for that halo. I prefer my hands a little bit tighter, hence why I have the kettlebell in that stance. That's the split squat. Bring it around, chop. 1, 2, 'Losing my balance. 5 and 5. Switch sides. Chop it down to the hip. Turn it all. Three. 4. This one is excruciating. for my heart rate. 163 beats per minute. All right, these two are gonna feel like a recovery. March, let's work on that balance and that core. You wanna really keep those hips tucked. Two more each leg, 20 total. All right, last exercise before our 2-minute rest break. And then we'll recap everything while we rest. Get those hips, I'll make sure I'm fine. Hips up towards the sky. Keep this tight. Pull that belly button to your spine before you even come up. Flatten, engage, press up. 20 total, 10 each leg. Halfway. My hips start to sag towards the end. Need to focus on engagement as well as the hip drive. So now we're at our 2-minute rest break. 1 or 2 minutes if you want to start it back up earlier, great. That entire circuit took about 6, almost 7 minutes. So going through it plus rest break is going to take you to about 25 minutes for 3 rounds. Listen to your body. If it starts to feel easy, that means your body has warmed up and maybe you need to go up higher in weights for some of those exercises. If you want to continue, but you feel tired, feel free to drop the weights for the squats and the bridges. And even go to a lower weight for the other one. So dropping the weight means just perform them body weight. We did our front rack squats, double snatch to push press. Push press means you squat and drive. Reciprocal rows, which I completely forgot to demo, I'll add that onto the demo. Into our split squat kettlebells, which was the hardest one for me for my heart rate and for my muscular control because it combines stability, endurance, and overall control. So my heart rate was 163. All right, halfway through that rest break. As you can see, this is why we do 2 minutes. I haven't even drank water yet. Drink water, stay hydrated. Pressed overhead, marches, and then bridge with a march. There are progressions I'll add to the comments if you want to progress. I skipped over the single arm swings in that recap. Feel free to modify. Again, you don't need to do full depth for the squat. In my mindset, as long as we are starting with that engagement and getting those muscles activated, it is a squat in my book. You squat every time you sit to a chair. So if you need to work on that squat form, slowly we'll lower to a chair height and then rise back up. Fitness, it doesn't look the same for everybody. So I'm very proud of you for showing up today and making yourself a priority. 10 seconds left. All right. Again, going back into those front rack squats. 3 to 8 rounds if you want this to be more than an hour workout. Get back to it. Just hit repeat on this video.